coronavirus. We reached out to Lubbock Congressman Jodey Arrington, who was able to help get them home safely, and he joins us now live from the office in Washington. Boy, oh boy, talk about some of the logistics and the hoops that everyone had to jump through just to get those folks back here to Lubbock.
Yeah, this is, with all the anxiety out there, this is actually a good story of good news. Folks reached out to our office, and we were able to work with the State Department and the embassy there in Honduras and facilitate their safe return to Lubbock. And, Brian, our office, a lot of folks think what I do revolves around legislation and policy making, which is a large part of what I do, especially here in Washington. But a big chunk of what we do is provide services to folks throughout the district like this. And it's seniors who need their Social Security check that hasn't come in and they're living paycheck to paycheck. It's farmers who have issues. It's veterans who need to get to see a doctor. We resolve about 700 cases a year. So I want to encourage my constituents, my fellow West Texans, to avail themselves of this service that we offer back throughout the district, not just in Lubbock, through 29 counties in the district.
Thinking about travel, have you heard guidance at all from the State Department about longer-term travel considerations yet? Should people think about canceling summer travel plans that may take them out of the country?
I think right now, obviously, we're in a very restrictive period with respect to travel for obvious reasons. I mean, we're even seeing travel restrictions between states, even here in our country. So, but we think that we'll get to the peak of this spread and the potential spread within the next few weeks. So hopefully 60 days out, things are very different than they are today, but nobody can predict it. So I haven't heard, I don't think people are making predictions out that far, other than we look like we're coming through this peak period where we're managing to keep the curve from peaking and volume from inundating our health system. Certainly West Texas is in a good spot right now, but we have to be vigilant. Everybody's got to do their part. This is a critical juncture in our battle against COVID-19.
I know most of the House remains at home, but there's work going on now on a fourth stimulus bill. What would you like to see in there? I know you were a little skeptical of direct cash payments to Americans, but it's being talked about again with this bill, right?
Well, look, nobody predicted this. No one could control it. People certainly didn't invite it. Government responses were very aggressive, and it put everybody in a bad way, especially our small businesses and our families who depend on them for their jobs. And this was more of an economic recovery package. It's not a stimulus. It was to provide people that connection with their employers. It was to provide temporary cash flow to small businesses and distressed industry who've been just hammered by this. And the fourth phase, I'm not even thinking about it, quite frankly, Brian, because we just spent $2 trillion. And that needs to work its way through the system. Some of that money, about $100 billion of it, is going to shore up the needs around health care and provide support to our frontline health care workers. So there's some good things in there. The key is speed, getting that cash flow out where it can make a difference, families can recover, and our economy can rebound.